organizations in your will or trust. Gifts to nonprofit organizations in your estate planning can help continue your connection to the causes that are important to you. For information, call us at 877-838-5292.
What's up, Yuma? I'm Johnny Porter.
And I'm Veronica Shore.
And on today's program, we are going to be joined by Kyle Isaacs, who is the basketball coach right here at AWC.
I'm a basketball mom, so I'm excited about this.
Yeah, maybe your son's going to go here one day. It might be his coach.
I hope so.
Yeah, very cool. As well as Bryan Nance. Bryan Nance is from Elemental LifeSpa. And don't you go there, Veronica?
I go there 6 days a week.
6 days a week?
I'm so sore right now.
You are dedicated.
I can't even hold this paper.
All right, we're going to talk to Bryan about that. So stay with us for What's Up Yuma Radio, beginning right now on KOFA 94.7 FM.
And streaming online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. You can also view our show on the Border Radio Facebook page and the KAWC YouTube page. And don't forget that you can reach out to us by email at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
Chili from Philly. Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to another episode of What's Up Yuma Radio. I'm Johnny Porter.
And I'm Veronica Shore.
And joining us today is Bryan Nance from Elemental LifeSpa. And we need to do
Brian.
some fact checking real quick. Does she go 6 days a week?
She actually does.
She does. Oh, he's there.
I was not lying.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very
I'm
cool.
dedicated.
How long you been
2 inches
going?
down.
2 inches down?
3 weeks.
3
right?
weeks, 2 inches.
You're making her
weeks.
shorter? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get that mic a little bit closer
There
to
we
you.
go.
Yeah.
See, I told you. It's
Yeah,
terrible with this
yeah.
microphone.
Yeah. You're
And then
good.
Johnny and I are really loud. So
We are very loud people. Yeah, it's going to be a very loud show. But no, so Elemental LifeSpa, I went there for a little bit when you first opened. You were upstairs, but you told me that this isn't where you're going to be for much longer. And you kind of gave me a tour of some old office spaces that were kind of being demoed and put together. But you're finally in it now.
Yeah. We moved in December 29th, opened up officially with our 6-week classes on the 1st.
he made us go January 1st.
Yeah.
We were going to kick off.
So
our
like
workout
2026, like
Yes.
new year, new you, you're doing it and everybody has to show up.
Everybody's got to show up 6 days a week.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody in our 6-week challenge has to show up 6 days a week. They get 3 class workouts guided by a personal trainer, Jade, who was just recently
Jade,
on the show.
Jade.
Yeah.
Jade's amazing.
And then they come in for 3 proprietary biohacking sessions per week as well.
Well, okay, so geez, you voluntarily signed up for this?
Can you believe that?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, so my cousin owns a gym, and he reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, we'll give you a free boot camp thing and trade. Like, if you just tell us or tell the world that you're there." And I'm like, "That's not worth it." He's been calling me. I haven't been answering. It's like, and you're going to tell me what to do and make me work? Like that's not a trade.
No, it's a great trade.
No, it is
It's
a great trade. I'm joking. I tease if he's watching. But definitely. So let's take it back. You were on the show before, so people that witnessed that show or watched it, you should say, they got to know you. But let everybody else get to know you. Maybe they're new to the show. So you struggled with weight.
I struggled with a lot of things, weight being one of them.
Yeah. We could get into the other things as well.
That's what we're here for.
So you grew up here in Yuma?
Yeah, grew up here in Yuma. Played football, went, started working, moved around from here to there, and then came back and settled down. And really settled down from what I was doing before.
So it was football, like, because you're a big dude. Was football one of your pathways forward that you think you were going to play in college? You were going to take that seriously?
Yeah, I played JUCO here at AWC. Was a honorable mention All-American for my freshman year, and then I got injured. Got a head-to-head contact, compressed my spine about a 1/4 inch.
Wow.
I was paralyzed for about 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah. And then from there, life just kind of spiraled out of control because my purpose was gone. It was gone.
So that's the one I wanted to get to. That's why I was asking the question. So that happened here on campus?
Here on campus during practice on a Thursday before a game.
Oh, it's even in practice.
Yeah, we had a practice squad hero, as we call him on the field. We're supposed to be going about 25%, and he went 100%. We hit head to head, and that was that. I went down.
Was he like kind of trying to prove himself? Like
just just being one of those guys.
Just being one of the, just in that one situation. And so what position did you play?
I played offensive line. I played center and tackle.
Okay. Center and tackle. You're there. And that was going to be your thing. You were good, you said, right?
Yeah. I was headed places, and then one little injury takes your purpose away. And like a lot of athletes and other people who have their purpose take away, drugs and alcohol and things and addictions take over to try and fill that void in your life. And that's what I did for.
So what immediately happened after you were paralyzed a little bit?
Got sent to Yuma Regional Medical Center. They did great work. I had a severe swelling on my spine. We did the MRI. Luckily, nothing was broken. There was no severe damage. We just had to wait for that swelling.
And football was immediately out the window from there?
I tried to come back from it, but the second I came back on the field, the very first play that I tried to run, my back went out again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. God. So from there on, the doctors was like, look, if you want to walk, you won't play. So that's it. And then that becomes the trade-off now. Yeah. You have to start looking for other options. And you mentioned the drugs and alcohol because it's part of self-medicating too and soothing, right? Yeah. Yeah. I had to numb pretty much not only the back pain, but the pain of, what am I going to do with my life now? That was the only thing I'd ever prepared for.
Wow.
And then I got into the bar industry and the nightlife. And for the next 20 years, that's where I was.
So yeah, the bar industry. So you're saying you kind of shifted and that you became a job?
Yeah. It became a career.
Okay.
I ended up moving to San Diego. I put together one of the most comprehensive fake ID training programs in the San Diego area. We were confiscating anywhere from 40 to 50 IDs a weekend.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty prevalent in the bar industry up there is fake IDs.
So that's interesting. So how'd you do that? I want to kind of pause there for a little bit. So you created a program or?
Yeah. So it was a training program to show the different IDs and how they were fake, between the glow in the dark backgrounds, the UV lighting, all of the little tricks and trades that I had learned while I was there. I was like, well, if I'm getting taught this stuff, let's go teach other people. So put that together and,
so you're in the part of the nightlife part of it too. So, and then you start to indulge in it as well.
Oh yeah. We got kind of deep. And then, after quite a few years of that, I moved back to Yuma, continued with the drugs and alcohol.
And that when you're doing the drugs and alcohol, so the weight is kind of joining you on this journey. You're gaining more and more weight.
Oh yeah. Okay. I ended up being 408 pounds at my heaviest.
408 pounds.
Yeah.
Jeez.
A lot of Filibertos, a lot of Peter Piper pizza.
Is it because I was in nightlife for a while and actually an old, the memories that come up on the Facebook, if you're on Facebook, old memories. And so I had an old memory come up and it was from 2:30 in the morning and there was a gas station, a Shell gas station. It's still there, but they used to have burritos. It was the only place at 2:30 in the morning, go get these burritos. And we would eat them every night. So I'm there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that was my dinner, right? After you get done drinking, you want to do that. And I gained so much weight doing that. So that was part of the thing. So you would go out, you need to get that fast, fill your belly, do something, and you're just seeing the pounds start to go on. And so did that lead to a further depression?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you start to look at yourself in the mirror and you see the weight coming on and then the drinking and then, everything, the wondering, what did I do last night that could have possibly made me look like a fool? And then, because
you're in your early 20s or
this was even into my late 30s.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is as recent as 2021, 2022. And you start to think about the things that you've done the night before that you have no idea what you've done. Blacked out. And I've lost a lot of friendships due to that, a lot of friendships. So that in itself drives you to drink more because now you're lonely. You've got nobody to talk to because you've gone and ruined all those relationships.
So you're ruining these relationships. You're drinking. Did you think how am I going to get out of this? When did that become part of your consciousness?
When I met my now wife. We started dating and
you're dating and you're still partaking in this lifestyle, right?
Yeah. And when I met her, it was less and less. So, things were getting better, but at the end of the day, it was a hard conversation at, almost 3 a.m. at the Penny's Diner, where she found me stumbling around.
Were you stumbling around because you got done of a night of drinking, partying, and then Penny's Diner is another one that's open late at night, like you said?
Well, I was trying to. She was a bartender, or still is a bartender, and she was getting off of work and heading home. I was trying to beat her home, so that I didn't get caught being out. So she called me while we were driving, and she could hear that I was driving. She said, pull over. So I pulled over into the Penny's parking lot, because that's the closest place that I was that my brain could put together at the time. And we sat there for about an hour and a half and had a really constructive conversation about the type of person that she wanted to be with and the type of person that I was being. And, that conversation ended with, all right, I'm done. And I went to bed that night.
You're done. You're saying you're done. You're going to listen. You're going to take this. You love this woman. You're going to take this advice and say, okay, I'm going to be a better man going forward after this. Okay.
Yeah. That night, I mean, I'm man enough to admit that I was crying when I went to bed, and I gave it to God that night. And I woke up the next day with, it felt like 100,000 pounds lifted off my shoulder.
It was a sobering conversation.
It was not only a sobering conversation with her, but it was a sobering conversation with God. And I believe he answered my prayers, and he gave me what I needed. He filled my heart with the ability to become the man I'm becoming now.
So do you, when you mentioned God, do you have like a religious background, like some context for that? Or is it just, I'm at this place, I don't know where else to go but up?
Yeah, I've gone to church a bunch of times. I grew up going to church, things like that, but I always deviated from it. But I do believe in God. I do believe there is a higher power, and I believe that he has put me on the path I am now to help others because of what I've been through.
Because so I've had a friend that had a similar situation to yours, right? She actually came home. She was working late night at IHOP. She came home and her husband was passed out in the front of the apartment, drunk, and her 2 kids were running around. And these are young kids. One was 2 years old, the other one was 5. They're young. And she's like, this is enough. Enough. Like, I can't take this anymore. And she ended up saying, I got to go. Unfortunately, my friend didn't heed those words. He didn't take part in that, and he ended up hanging himself. He took the other route out, and then I remember getting that phone call after that, because I knew the situation, because she came to me like, I can't do this anymore. Like, and then she left, but he didn't listen. So you went and you said, God, I'm going to give it to you. And then you woke up the next morning, you're feeling lighter. How do you know that you're going to take the next step? Because there's other steps out of that, right? It's not just a conversation. How'd you know what way to go?
At first I didn't. I was just like, well, I got to start by getting all this stuff out of my body. So started eating clean. I quit. I was smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day at the time, and I completely quit cold turkey.
Wow.
And that was an experience. After about a week of not smoking, I went into like a detox shock. And I think it was detox from everything, really. And I was sweating profusely, sick, anxiety attacks, things like that.
Because at that point too, that's when you go back, because like this will take away those symptoms, right?
Yeah.
So you had the willpower to keep going.
And I had my wife with me.
You had your wife.
So you're like, what? And I know we talked about this last time, but like, so what role did she play in that? How did she soothe you? Like, it's going to be okay?
Yeah.
Or is it more like, get it together, buddy?
No, just being there for me in that moment, and being able in all moments. She's my rock. She helps me battle the inner demons that I have, and it's with her help and my own and through the man upstairs that I've been able to do what I've been able to do.
So you're detoxing, you're doing that, and so you're starting to get over that. So what was that like when you're getting over that initial shock of having these gone? Like, you started to put a lot more healthy practices in place?
Yeah, started drinking water, going for walks, eating healthier, and then just starting to learn what I can do without a whole bunch of pills and all that stuff to actually help myself in a more holistic way. So
and what year is this?
This is 2022.
2022. And we've had conversations, and I know you go really deep into what can I do?
Yeah.
You like to really search those things out and figure that out. So that was the beginning of that.
Yeah, that was the beginning of that. And just by, reading, listening to podcasts, learning, which I wish I would have done a lot earlier in life, going through and learning what I needed to do and how I can help myself, and then also be able to help others with what I'm learning.
And it started as an ultimatum. It started as this, but then it became a passion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so do you remember any early podcasts or books or any mentors that you've read that kind of really stuck out in the beginning?
First book I picked up after high school was a book called Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich, that one.
And that one was like, oh, okay. You're going through it and you're seeing all these examples of how the great men in this world have built things. And, so I said, well, if these guys can do it, let me give it a shot. Podcasts, I listened to The Real Brad Lee. I listened to Andy Frisella, listened to Rob Dyrdek, people like that, people that are inspirational and motivating so that I can have some sort of, motivating factor for myself and bring that into other people.
And I bring that up because I know that's a form of food.
Yes.
You're feeding your mind. You're feeding. And so you're doing this as a physical, right? Okay. I got to abstain from this and do this, but then your brain needs food, and that becomes something that you could partake at like breakfast. You could get up, throw on a podcast and said, well, if he could do that, I could do it. And these are the steps. And now your brain has some food or like some calories to burn off.
Right. And it's as simple as starting. You mean, if you only start with 10 pages a day of a book, it's super easy to start because, hey, it's only 10 pages. It's 15 to 20 minutes of your day. And you gain a little bit of knowledge every day.
Yep. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back how you turned your passion into becoming an entrepreneur and providing this for our community here that Veronica goes over there 6 days a week. 6 days a week. So we're going to do that after a quick break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Ever wanted to be on the radio? Still talking into your hairbrush in the mirror? Border Radio needs you as a volunteer host. Share music, stories, and local conversations that matter. No experience necessary. We'll provide the training. Email info@borderradioaz.org or call 877-838-5292 for more information.
You're tuned to 94.7 FM, KOFA Border Radio. I'm Juan Garcia from the KWC Newsroom. The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with a high near 78 and winds that could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 51. Scholarship season is underway for Yuma and La Paz students planning for college. For more details, visit kawc.org/news. Stay tuned as What's Up Yuma continues on 94.7 FM, KOFA Border Radio.
If you black, go brother.
On the next Blues and Beyond, an hour of music in the spirit of the Martin Luther King Day holiday.
When I first got the blues, they brought me over on a ship. Men were standing over me.
I'm Johnny Meister, from Big Bill Brunsey to B.B. King, some telling songs and stories on the next Blues and Beyond.
Monday starting at noon here on Border Radio, KOFA.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here speaking with Bryan Nance from Elemental LifeSpa. And so at what point did all of this, you're learning, you're becoming your own guinea pig of sorts, right? You're trying it on yourself. You're grasping all of this from books, podcasts. And at what point did it become like, okay, I want to actually help the people in my community? Like, how'd that happen? Around what year?
I want to say it started about late 2022, early 2023. Being about a year in, I've lost like 50, 60 pounds at this point. And going through, the podcast and listening, people on the podcast are saying, hey, if you want to learn more about my technology and what we're doing, go ahead and reach out. So again, like I wait a week And, I'm thinking, millions of listeners, these guys, they don't have time for somebody like me.
Mm-hmm.
You start calling these people, and it turns out like not a whole lot of people call them.
And I remember you told me that.
Yeah.
And that was so shocking for you because they said like, only a few people or maybe even one or something. Like you're the only one that called. Like,
yeah. So the guy that made our red light therapy beds, that makes them, nobody called him at all.
That's the one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody called them but you. You're the only one that reached out.
So we started a relationship, and he put me on to other people that had technology. So I would listen to the podcast that they're on. I'm like, okay, well, if this is good and that is good, let's put these together. And then you say, hey, you need to go listen to this guy. So, go listen to this guy. And finally I'm like, Doug, what do you think would happen if I put all of this together under one roof and I made it to where normal people can afford it?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think it's a great business plan. Do it.
Because this was like very athlete equipment, right?
This is medical grade equipment that, professional athletes, millionaires, billionaires, CEOs, people like that, they all use this stuff. And that's besides like the peptides and things like that. This is what they're doing to reverse the metabolic aging process of their body and to feel and look younger and be more vibrant. So I don't think it should be fair that people with a bunch of zeros in their bank account get to have all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've only got maybe 1 0 right now. So,
the life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah, man, it's a struggle. Let me tell you. But I think it's important that we be able to give this stuff to the community at a price that they can afford.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing that, and the bed, like you said, it's pretty unique. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else here in Yuma have one. That because people offer the red light therapy, but the particular bed that you have,
it's
you're
like
part
a tanning
of it.
bed.
Yeah, it's like a tanning bed, and you're investing in this stuff. And so, how'd you put together the business plan?
Literally just going through line by line. I actually went through the SBDC's Moonshot program.
Oh, cool. Shout out.
Yeah, right out here. Crystal, thank you. Right out here at AWC. We ended up taking second place. That gave me a lot of knowledge on how to put together a business plan, how to speak publicly to investors and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting the knowledge out there and pitching the business. So I thank them for that. Tremendously. It was a great experience, and I love working with them.
So you didn't know, so you reached out to the people that do.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you have to do is just ask questions and be able to absorb the information.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get everything out of your system, you can actually absorb it. It's not, It's not like going in one ear and out the other, looking like, I think you just spoke in hieroglyphics to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but you're a really good learner and a good entrepreneur because you ask questions.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why things have been working out for you, because you ask the right questions.
Yeah, and not afraid to.
You can't be scared to ask questions, because if you don't know the answer and you turn around and talk to somebody that does know the answer, but you're trying to BS them, right away they know, hey, this guy is full of it. We're not going to do business with him.
Yeah, absolutely. So then how was it when you first got all that equipment and signed the lease? Do you remember that time?
Yeah.
It just happened.
Well, we got our equipment in November of 2024. Mm-hmm. We got moved into a temporary space in March of 2025. And then it took all of 2025 to finish the construction on the space that we're in now. So getting all that moving equipment twice. And
and there's there was upstairs, right?
Upstairs and
downstairs. Yeah.
Trying to move an entire red light therapy bed up a flight of stairs because the elevator didn't work at the time.
Oh my God.
I mean, we dropped the dang thing. So, one of our beds is unfortunately scratched up, but we learned.
Yes.
Now we take them apart when we move them.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
No more trying to muscle this stuff.
Yeah. So, but they take me back to that first when you at least got the upstairs, right? Like, how'd that feel to get the keys?
It felt great. And then once we opened, we had a tremendous outpouring of support from people in the community. I mean, we signed up, I think it was 40 people in the first week.
Wow.
And then, just growing from there.
Yeah. And so, you've had this program, then you're waiting patiently for the downstairs to kind of come together, but you have your vision and you're doing that. So then you just opened the downstairs, just what you said last month?
December 29th.
December 29th, not that long ago.
No, not that long ago at all.
Yeah. So what are the things that you offer? Let everybody know what you can offer now, because now you have the cold plunge, and I've been watching the videos of people going in and doing the cold plunge. And you said you've done it.
It's cold.
It's cold.
So cold. The first time I tried it, I went in there for 30 seconds and then I jumped right out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think I'm up like 3.5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So you did.
Maybe I'll try 4 minutes today.
You kind of just go in and kind of breathe, and then
Yeah, I try to distract myself by picking at little things here and there. But
Yeah. So
it's a mental thing.
It definitely is. So let everybody know what you offer and like the benefits of some of these things.
Sure. So we do cold plunges, which activate the white fat and turn it to brown fat so that we can use that for energy.
You didn't tell me that. I'm going to sit there for an hour now.
We don't want you to freeze it.
Veronica's frozen again. Somebody go thaw her out.
It also releases 250% more dopamine and serotonin, and it allows those feel good chemicals to last throughout the day.
That's the cold plunge?
Yeah.
I swear to God, the other day I was in the worst mood possible, and it was my recovery day, and I came out so happy after that. I'm like, this stuff does work because I was in such a bad mood.
Wow. So, okay. I got to try it.
Yeah. So we do that. We do PEMF therapy, which activates the circulatory system, which gives you better blood flow to the liver, the brain, the lungs, the heart, activates the immune system, reduces inflammation, all sorts of amazing benefits. Then we have our medical grade red light therapy that penetrates the body 5.5 inches. Again, releases fat from the fat cells. Cellular regeneration starts to begin. Inflammation and pain reduction begins. All in all, in about 3 weeks, people start feeling really well from coming
losing
to us.
inches.
Losing it. Well, speaking of losing inches.
Yes, I'm down 2 inches in 3 weeks. Yes.
2 inches in 3 weeks.
And then I just want to say, when you walked in, I was like, you've lost more weight than the last time I saw you. And how much are you down?
So from my 408 pounds, I'm down 144 pounds.
Wow, that's incredible.
So, and honestly, when I first met with Bryan, I was really nervous to go into this wellness spa. And he said, don't worry, because I was in like my sports bra and underwear while they were doing a scan on me.
Yeah, the scan.
And he's like, oh, don't worry. I used to be 400 pounds. And when he said that, I completely dropped my guard because I felt like I was in somebody who understood where I'm at.
Yeah, in a safe space.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people out there that are, that have been as big as I have been and then come all the way back down. I mean, I'm not done with my goals. I've still got another 40 pounds to go.
Yeah, I think I saw you doing that 75 hard thing or whatever. Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah, that's insane. You don't have to tell me if you started over again, but
nope, we are on track. Are
you serious?
Yeah, me and my wife both. We are as dedicated as we
I
can
told
be
her
to
body
this
goals is her body's my body goals.
Yeah.
So she's so happy about that.
But yeah, and everything we do is just designed to help accelerate that and reduce the fatigue and the soreness and things like that.
And then you have the shaker plates.
Yeah, we have shaker plates that help with lymphatic drainage. We have blood flow restriction bands that help the body, make it feel like you're working out harder than you actually are, tricks the brain into releasing more growth hormone. And then we have oxygenated workouts, which improve fat oxidation, improve mental health, improve immune system functions. I need some oxygen.
It's all right. And so you have all this. And then I know, because I kind of help facilitate, you have athletes that come and take part of this because they need to recover and get back on and get training. You have a boxer. Is Romeo still part of it?
Since his last fight, he hasn't been in, but I know I have a feeling that we were definitely there helping. In his win. I mean, I believe he knocked out the guy. In the first round.
He did.
Well, I brought in my son. He's high school basketball player, and he really enjoyed it. So I'm like, okay, I have to figure out how to get him here too.
This is great for athletes. This is great for our more seasoned people here in the community that have aches and pains and limited capabilities.
I think if you have a gym membership and you're really working on your body, this is like the second part to that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have a gentleman that has come in. He goes to the gym as well, but he comes in 3 days a week. In just a 6-week short time span, we dropped 30 pounds of fat off of him, and he put on 24 pounds of muscle.
Wow.
So it's all about, and a lot of
science.
It's science and it's diet.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, 90% of it is what we put in our body.
Yeah. The kitchen is where it starts. Unfortunately,
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that's horrible. But I ran into Dave Grinder. Yeah. And I talked to him, and he's a believer. He's like a preacher, like now for what's going on. He's like, my legs, dude, my legs, after just doing that shaker plate and the bands. And he's like, look at how strong my legs are. And I'm like, oh, very cool, Dave. That's
I know.
awesome.
I went in very cautiously, and now I want everyone to go. I want everyone to heal their body from the inside out.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that. And you also, I got to give a shout out. You can offer, after you get all this torture on your body, get a massage from the beautiful Elise Rust, correct?
Yeah. She'll be coming in on Fridays after the month of January. But we also have Lisa Rodriguez from Pause Massage.
Mhm.
She's there most of the time during the week. So we do have therapeutic and deep tissue massage available for our clients. And we're also soon to be opening, I think in 10 days, I Am Wellness. They will be offering yoga, Pilates, and things like that.
Goat yoga, finally.
Oh yeah, so
Finally.
before we close, this is Veronica's request that we talk about the goats. We got like a minute.
Okay. So I also do. I've partnered with a gentleman, and we do goat landscaping, where we're using goats.
Goat landscape.
Goat landscaping. I've never heard of this thing, but I get it because I've seen goats and how they like to eat everything. So
yeah, so we basically just we're working on some private land right now at the riverfront where they've just gone through and absolutely decimated the landscape. It's no longer overgrown. You can actually see the cottonwoods. You can see through the landscape. It's beautifying our area down there.
So yeah, and Veronica said it's like you're working with like the city or BLM or like
right now we're just working on private land.
Private land. Okay.
We're working to try and get something going, but unfortunately, just the funds weren't there at the time.
Oh, gotcha.
So we are working in the private sector right now.
Okay.
We got to find them some money.
Yeah.
I want to see the goats everywhere.
Veronica demands that these goats. She wants to do goat yoga.
I mean, we've got the babies. We've actually had a bunch of babies come through the past couple of weeks. So they're some of them are happy and healthy. And
Johnny, maybe we can like host it.
Let's do it. Let's figure it out. Like, yeah. So we were talking off air. My mom has plenty of goats. Like I've been around goats my whole life, and yeah, definitely. But then like
they just wanted to make them into birria. They don't want to.
No, yeah, I never did the goat yoga with. Yeah, it was like you are delicious. That's what it's like. That's about it. And so let everybody know how they can find out more about everything that you offer.
They can give us a call at 928-366-3012, or they can go to 928spa.com. And you can actually go on there and book a free consultation and session so that we can walk you through what we're doing, and you guys can make the right decision for yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for everything that you do for the community and letting us take you on that trip, the memory lane in the first half, and you're being very honest and open about everything. And you said you still haven't reached your goal, right? You still want to drop some weight?
Yeah, I've still got about 40 pounds I want to get rid of.
You're incredible.
You're going to disappear.
That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. Where's Bryan at? Like, I don't know. He's totally gone now. But thank you so much. And with that, we are going to take a break, and we'll be back with AWC men's basketball coach, Kyle Isaacs. We're going to talk about their success right now after a short break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
KAWC and Border Radio are supported by Yuma Crossing National Heritage Area, maintaining and improving the historically entertaining experiences available at the Colorado River State Historic Park, Yuma Territorial Prison State Park, and Yuma's extensive riverfront. Learn about all the engaging experiences that await, plus special events and activities at yumaheritage.com.
On the next Retro Cocktail Hour, we'll ride a roller coaster with Les Baxter. You'll meet the Steve and Edie of jazz. And there's mood music for tropical depression. I'm Darryl Brogdon. Join me where the music's always shaken, not stirred. The Retro Cocktail Hour.
For KAWC News, I'm Alexandra Rangel. 300 flu cases have been reported in Yuma County this flu season so far. Yuma County Public Health Services District said flu activity in Yuma County remains lower than typical seasonal levels, but there has been an increase in cases in recent weeks. County Health Epidemiologist Benito Lopez said this time frame is when flu cases usually peak. He said the increase began about 4 weeks ago with an average of 44 cases reported per week during that period.
If someone is sick, it's better to be evaluated to be sure, that there's whatever it is, the one causing them the health problems, to be evaluated and determine what is the best option for them.
While flu activity remains lower in Yuma County, cases are rising nationwide. In Arizona, the State Department of Health Services reports more than 10,000 flu cases statewide, with influenza A being the most commonly reported strain. For KAWC News, I'm Alexandra Rangel.
Blood services provider Vitalant is hosting blood drives at Yuma locations on an ongoing basis. Daily personal emergencies and ongoing medical needs of thousands of patients require a constant and ready blood supply. Donations of all blood types, especially O, are needed. Locations, dates, and appointments at donors.vitalant.org.
Bad Bunny, Pink Pantherist, Tame Impala, 17, Carlos Vives. Those are just some of the artists who played an NPR Tiny Desk concert last year. Could you be next? Enter the Tiny Desk contest by February 9th. The winner will play their own Tiny Desk show and headline a national tour. Learn more and see the official rules at npr.org/Tiny Desk contest.
The St. Paul's Concert Series will present faculty members from AWC's Department of Music at 5 on Sunday, January 25th at St. Paul's Episcopal Church, 16th Street and 14th Avenue. The evening of music will highlight vocal and instrumental works spanning a range of musical eras and styles. Details are available at stpaulsyuma.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here now joined by Kyle Isaacs, who is the men's basketball coach right here at AWC. You've been here before. Thank you for coming back.
What's up, Yuma?
There you go. There you go. And you also brought props, and we're going to get to the props here in a minute. So we already kind of went through your past last time you were here, but would tell everybody where you're originally from.
I'm originally from Texas. Brownfield, Texas, right by Lubbock, Texas. Up in the western part of the big state.
Mm-hmm. And then how did you end up here in Yuma?
Just for the love of the game. I was doing this, trying to chase the dream of being a coach, and had an opportunity here back in 2008 and followed it all the way out here and pretty much never left since then.
You've been here since 2008?
Well, I left for 9 months.
Okay.
But it was in 2010. I left for 9 months. Was at a D2 university in Texas. Then I've been back here ever since.
And you were named the head coach in 2001?
No, 2021.
Sorry.
This is the
2021
season as head coach.
Yeah. And so you came back. You said the dream of being a coach. So where'd that dream come from?
We kind of talked about it last time. We're a big sports family, mom, dad, 2 sisters, and just always been involved and around in sports. And just when I was about to graduate high school, I wanted to continue to be involved in sports somehow, and this kind of became the path.
Mm-hmm. And then, we talked last time. It was college or university, right? You don't watch the pros.
I don't. Yeah, we started talking about the Suns and the NBA. Yeah. I mean, I do.
Oh, okay.
Really more so in the playoffs. But any kind of basketball is good basketball for me.
So then, how'd you end up back here then?
So I left for a year and took a full-time position.
Okay.
Yep. In Texas. And then my former boss, Coach Green, left for a D2 school in Oklahoma, actually. They promoted one of my best friends, and Charles Harrell. He was the head coach here for 10 years. And that's when I came back as the full-time assistant coach here.
So what was the landscape like when you became the full-time coach here?
For the head job?
Yeah.
Well,
were they doing good? Like they're on a winning streak?
No, AWC's always been and always had a great tradition.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of unique because we had just gotten through COVID, and that year was super unique. And you were playing, and then you had a period where you had to have a break because of a positive test. So it was really unique. When I took over as the boss, just wanted to be honest with you, didn't want to screw it up.
Yeah, so then you became the boss during a unique time.
For sure.
So do you remember like some of the pressures, the navigating all of that?
There was some, but I mean, again, the AWC is such a great place and such a great opportunity. You just had to continue to do and go down the path that.
Were people actually going to the games still?
No. Well, so I wasn't the head coach during that year.
The pandemic.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I came right after in the.
But even people were weird the couple of years after the pandemic.
It was interesting for sure.
Yeah.
But again, we've had a great tradition, and we've always had great crowds. We've had great winter visitors. We've had great Yuma support. And we just tried to continue it on down the line.
So when you say that word, great tradition, what does that mean besides what you just mentioned right now? What does that mean to have a great tradition here?
I'll tell you exactly what it means. 20 conference championships, 21 region championships, and 15 trips to the national tournament.
Awesome.
Which I've only been able to add 2 of those numbers, being the head coach. But again, it's just a great.
Wait,
great
how do we
place.
get such great players?
You got to recruit them.
Yeah, they want to come to Yuma.
Well, you gotta show them the highlights.
Yeah.
But again, AWC is a great place. Yuma is a great place. You don't talk a whole lot about the summers, which they're not here in the summer. So
because basketball's going on right now, right?
Yeah. And they get here in August, which obviously it's still hot then, but they leave at the beginning of May. So they miss the May, June, and July.
Yeah. So as long as they don't Google that part, then you have a good chance.
Pretty bad. Yeah.
We show them the average temperature.
Yeah. There you go.
And we highlight that.
Yeah. So Veronica brought up a good point though. So recruiting, how do you get them? Because do you have a film team that puts together these highlight reels and that part of the recruitment process?
Well, social media is so great.
Social media. Okay.
I mean, you can get anything you want on YouTube, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the juniors, seniors, freshmen, all those guys. I mean, they put it all out there on that.
They do it, right?
For sure.
And because that's part of building up their own reel, right? They want to be able to be discovered. And so they're doing that. And so you're able to take some pieces like that and show hey, this is our legacy here.
Our job is just whatever they put out there, evaluating. And that's where it can get tricky because they are highlight reels and they show their highlights. If you don't watch a full game film on them, sometimes you can get, let's just say you can get catfished.
Yeah, you get duped. So what is the recruiting process like?
Well, once you figure out what you want your roster makeup to be and what positions that you need, you then focus in on those areas.
Let's start there.
Sure.
What does it mean to know how do you know what you need? I don't even know that. How do you know what you need?
Okay, for example, this past year we ended up signing 6 or 7 guys. We knew we needed a point guard. We knew we needed some 5 men. We knew we needed. I mean, basically, at our level, you got to recruit every position year round, all the time. But from that aspect of it, you got to know where you need.
But like you're saying, returning players, you know, you have some returning players that fit certain roles, like you said. Then you're like, okay, we don't have a point guard, so we need to go out and get that. And then you start like Googling, what is it? How do you find
visiting
who's available?
Schools?
Yeah, visiting high schools.
We do all of the above. Everything that you said, we're probably doing it, and we're trying to figure out where we need to be. There's tournaments all over the Western Hemisphere of the United States, San Diego, LA, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Tucson. And we try to hit all those places. And we're really lucky where we're located because it's 4.5, 5 hours to LA, which there are tons of tournaments there. Las Vegas, Phoenix. And so we get all the teams come over across the world. I mean, I'm watching kids from Australia. I'm watching kids from Europe. I'm watching kids from New York, Florida. And they go to that place and we're super close and it's easy for us to get there.
So yeah, Yuma is unique in that you could go all these different options, different big cities. We're not too far from, and you could, it's not like you're way over in Tucson and then have to drive from Tucson to Vegas. It's like you're about 4.5 hours from a lot of the big ones.
Absolutely.
That's about it.
And that's awesome about it.
Yeah.
And boom, get in the car, drive, make phone calls on the drive, trying to figure out more information. And that's kind of how it goes.
So I have to ask.
Sure.
Monday's game against Kofa, Maryville had a student who scored 100 points.
Yeah, that's a good. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah. So what, as a recruiter, what goes through your mind when you hear that a student in high school is scoring that many points?
Great question, Veronica.
I wasn't at the game. One of our former actually student athletes here at AWC is the head coach at Kofa, Coach Lovings. He texted me. We were on our way to our road game on Wednesday at Cochise, and he was pretty frustrated. Just that their team was one of the teams that gave up 100 points to an individual individual player. I mean, that's really, really unique. You don't see that all the time. But I mean, obviously, it's very, very intriguing when somebody can go and score 100 points, especially in an 8-minute quarter.
So because I'm a high school sports mom, I'm a basketball mom, I'm around all the boys. They're all like, well, they were feeding him the ball so he could purposely score 100 points on KOFA. Like there's a lot of rumors going around. So like as a recruiter, how do you differentiate between something that was planned
that's great
versus somebody who actually has the skill set?
The talent.
Yeah.
It's just an eye test and
Okay.
experience.
Okay.
Again, I started doing this since 2002. So whatever that is, that's 23 or so plus years. It's just eye test. Even if a kid scored 100 points, as long as you watch him and it is backed up by ability, then yeah, of course.
Because the comments on the internet, like I'm all over them, right? They're like, well, is he a good team player? It doesn't matter how many points he made. Does he play well with the team?
Because I did see those same comments. It was like he doesn't know how to share the ball, stuff like that. So people were saying that.
I wonder do you know how many field goal attempts he had to get to 100?
I don't know that. I'm not that detailed.
It would be hard to see. You'd have to probably look on Max Preps. I may go back to the office and actually look to see if they've actually posted that to see how many field goal attempts it took for him to get to 100 points. Yeah, that was obviously really unique.
Field goals were like football, so
no, attempts shot the ball.
Yeah. So, and then in the high school, so when you see that, then is that somebody like, okay, you're making phone calls?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I wish I would have been at that game. My daughter had an earache this week, and so I was only able to go out to the game yesterday out of Somerton this week. So I obviously, unfortunately, missed that game. That's obviously a pretty cool experience.
Yeah.
But like, I guess my conversation would be like, so you see somebody like that.
Sure.
Okay. Scoring all these points. Now, does he become like a hot commodity and like, now you have to fight to recruit somebody like that?
Oh, I mean, we're in recruiting battles, whatever it is that you want to call it, all the time, not only within the state of Arizona, but nationwide. I mean, it's the ones that don't come here that you really, really wanted that, or, that really, really hurts. Like when you were trying to ask your friend to the prom, and again, like me, or even really my wife. I mean, I wasn't her first choice either. No, those are the ones that hurt. So
yeah. So because I remember when I was in high school, it was all about Mike Bibby. Like, Mike Bibby would Kofa would play the.
He came here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he came here.
He came to Yuma, I think.
Well, yeah, he came to Yuma.
Carter was there at the game.
Yeah, he came to Yuma, and I remember that was like the big deal. Like Mike Bibby's coming. I don't know if he went to Shadow Mountain over there. I think, and
he did
in Phoenix. That was us high school, but it was a big thing. Like you got to watch out. This is the next guy. Like he became a very popular person within Arizona, just in high school, and then obviously he went on to play in the NBA.
And obviously, that was before social media and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Everything was by the Yuma Sun or the Arizona Republic.
Yeah, and then a lot of word of mouth. Like people just get the chattering about like, okay, this guy is somebody to watch. And then he came in and dunked and scored all over Kofa. Yeah, he did his thing. And but so that's the recruiting process. And I want to talk on the other side of the break. We're going to take a break. You have people from all over the world.
We do.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that and how those dynamics kind of play out with the team. All right.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. We're going to do that after a quick break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
The Yuma Art Center will host the annual Yuma Art Symposium, February 19th through the 21st at the Art Center and locations within Yuma's historic North End. The 3-day event will include exhibitions, demonstrations, and presentations. Presenters will share insights into disciplines including metal, clay, photography, and painting. More information is at yumasymposium.org.
5 decades after Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, he remains a vivid symbol of hope for racial unity in America. But that's not the way he was viewed in the last year of his life.
He has deserted the march. Martin Luther King has left the march. I want you to know that I'm a sinner like all of God's children, but I want to be a good man.
Listen for King's Last March from American Public Media.
Monday morning at 11 on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM and on the KOFA app.
The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with a high near 78 and winds that could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with low around 51. In Flagstaff, sunny with a high near 51 and gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Clear tonight with low around 19. Sunny in Kingman with a high near 66 and gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Clear this evening with low around 38. And in Prescott, sunny with a high near 63. Clear skies this evening with a low around 28.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here talking to the men's basketball coach right here at AWC, and we were talking about recruiting. And so, when talking to Scott, he kind of said, make sure you highlight this portion of it, that you go out and you recruit all over the world. Is there different languages? Is there any language barrier? Because I did interview the women's coach here, and she said most of the team is like, maybe there's only like 1 or 2 Americans, I think, on her whole team. And there is a language barrier from speaking French and Chinese and all these different languages. Do you deal with that as well?
I mean, we have in the past. This year's team, everybody speaks English.
Okay.
But in the years past, we've had guys that were definitely trying to figure out how to speak English. This year, we didn't really have to deal with it at all. But we've had some, have to start in ESL classes here, which is why AWC is such a great place for international students, because we are an English as a second language campus, and they get coming right in. And a lot of community colleges don't have the advantages that we have because we have those courses here.
So I didn't even know that. So, okay, so that's unique to AWC having that. Is it because where we're at, like on the border, and that's a common thing that has to be dealt with here?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have Spanish speaking students that speak zero English that come to AWC, whether it be here on main campus or the San Luis or the Somerton campus, and they're taking ESL classes to learn English.
But basketball is really universal.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a universal language.
Yeah, absolutely. And so then, so I didn't know, I guess it's just because, I grew up with ESL, like obviously the Spanish to English, but then there's offering like French to English?
No. It's just English as a second language.
So how do they, I don't even know. I got to get somebody on ESL on here. That just blew my mind.
They're great classes. Actually, my wife was in those classes when we got married and she was coming to Yuma. She took the ESL classes as well.
So then you use that as like a bargaining chip when you're out there trying to recruit some of these players that maybe struggle with that.
Well, so like other schools around the nation, they require what is called a TOEFL test. A TOEFL test basically
it's a language test.
Yep, it just basically measures your proficiency in the English language. And some schools require your English language proficiency to be way up there, which Arizona Western, because we're an ESL community college, we don't require that.
Whoa,
so we're able back a long time ago, that was a bigger deal. It isn't as much as it is now, but that was a way that we were able to get international students back 10 to 15 years ago, because we didn't require the TOEFL test and other schools did.
So you said most of the people, or all of them, speak English now. Like
our current team does.
Team. Where are they from?
Well, we have some from France. We have some from Switzerland. We have one from Croatia. We have one from New Zealand. He's actually an American, though, here as well. We have one from Canada. We have... that might be everybody.
How many locals do you have?
We have 2. We have one from Cibola. We have one from Gila Ridge.
Nice.
We always try to have 1 or 2 local kids as well. We had a few that we thought were going to come and be part of the team this year, and then it ended up not working out because of their schedule.
So are these all players that you personally recruited, you and your team? Is that how it works?
Well, I mean, it's an all hands on deck situation. Myself, the 2 assistant coaches, Coach Dakota and Coach Rowe.
And so they would be like, okay, hey, look at this. I saw this, interested in this person. They look great. Let's make phone calls.
Yeah. What happens is we'll have daily recruiting meetings. Everybody will bring up the names that they've got. We'll watch them on the TV. I'll say, hey, I'm more interested in this guy. Hey, I'm not all that interested in this guy. Why are you liking that guy? Just all sorts of stuff comes up, and then we try to dive in more on the ones that we're interested in and see if we can't get them to be Matadors after that.
There you go. So let's dive into how's everything going today. How is the season and the props over here?
Well, I'm not trying to jinx the show here.
Okay.
And or you're new to the show. You're here last time. So you don't get to be part of the jinx. But the last time we were on the show was right before the Christmas Classic. You remember that?
Yeah.
Guess what happened after that?
Well, oh no, what?
Oh, you don't know?
Did you win?
No, we lost 3 in a row. We lost all 3 in the
goodness.
Christmas Classic. I'm not putting that on.
Yeah,
I'm not putting that on Johnny.
Yeah,
I'm not putting it on the Big J.
You kind of are, but
we
so that was
the
tough.
show, and then we lost three
in a
straight
row.
games.
Yeah.
Now we won our last 2 back from the break. Both of them were in conference. We play on Saturday, Yuma at 4. We had a great crowd, starting with the Somerton High School basketball team there. And it was an awesome first game back atmosphere last Saturday at 4. And we played this Saturday. The women play at 2. We play at 4 versus Southern Nevada, both really good teams.
We'll have to bring the Toros back for good luck.
Oh, man. We love them.
Yeah. So then what was it that changed between those first 3 games and then the last 2 that you won? Like, how'd you get it? Like, okay, we need to get back into a winning.
He's trying to take blame off himself right now.
Exactly. That's a very good observation.
Well, so we are a program sponsored by ownership, and that was just as a joke to you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a great question. I wish I had the exact answer on why we didn't perform the way that we needed to. It started with me. I didn't have the team ready to go. It just kind of timing. It was tough. We played really good opponents. Let's first give them credit.
Okay, yeah.
And then it just didn't.
Did you know it was going to be a tough 3 games?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we knew that stretch was going to be tough coming down the line, no doubt. I mean, we had a team from Wyoming, we had a team from Montana, and we had a team from New York. 2 of the teams had spent some time in the top 25 already before they came here.
How do you keep morale up for them after?
Back-to-back
losses?
They just blamed me, and it wasn't your fault.
Dead gum, what's Yuma? What's up, Yuma? It was a situation. So that was the last week before everybody went home for Christmas break, winter break. And that's a tough situation for any teams. They're thinking about getting their stuff. It was right after finals. They're thinking about getting all their stuff ready to go for home. I mean, it was just, we tried our best. It didn't work out. And then we had that break, which was, well needed for everybody involved in the program. And then we came back, we had our training camp, and here we are, 2 games into conference, 3rd game on Saturday.
And how many more games this season?
So it's a 15-game conference season. We've got 12 more left. 13 more left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Left.
And so how do people find out more about the games? Can you watch them online?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You can watch them on our website, awcmatadors.com. Every Saturday in January and February, we're playing at the house at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Let's show up and support.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we should do like a reel and something, put it on social media.
Come on. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I hate doing it. So Veronica, you're going to help me do it.
I don't want you to forget who your favorite coach here is, AWC. I brought you guys some gift cards here.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much.
I'm a little bit of a brown nose.
Absolutely my favorite coach.
I better see everyone at the game this weekend.
I was the guy in class that brought the apple to the teacher.
Thank you so much.
So sweet.
And then tell everybody about it. Yeah, show him up.
We've had this one for a few years.
On the radio, where he's holding up it looks like a
belt,
WWE championship belt.
Which we needed to get your picture with this one right here.
Oh yeah.
It's called our rebounding belt. We promote one selfish stat on our team, and that's rebounding. And the leading rebounder after every game gets to hold this. It's got rebounding up top. It says BFI. That's our overall program. That means both feet in, anything and everything you got to do in life. And then it says LLTB. That means long live the brotherhood. And that's another program motto that we have here.
So after each game, whoever's the most amount of rebounds gets that.
Yeah, awesome. We don't do things for stat, like points, like the 100-point deal. We promote rebounding.
I love rebounding. That's my favorite. Dennis Rodman was one of my favorite players of all times. And the way he went up for the rebounds, and it was like, okay, that's how you win a game. You got to go up there and you got to get the ball. And so he just brought it down like an animal. But
so we love Rodman. We have when you dive on the floor for loose balls, we call that making and taking Rodmans. And we got a shirt, and it's got Rodman laid out diving for a loose ball. And we've got it on one of our shirts that we give to our guys.
And then lastly, you got a chain here.
We do. These became pretty popular here recently. This is our culture chain. When one of our guys does something that we promote within our culture and within our program, they get to get the culture chain and they get to wear it around.
They get to get the bling.
Nice.
Very
The bling.
cool.
Bling,
I like it. I like it. And so where can we see the pictures of them? They posted on like social media? Or?
Yeah, we put them on mostly we post on Twitter. Scott does a great job with our Instagram, but mostly we put most of our stuff on Twitter.
Okay, cool. So I'd look forward to that. So one more time, how do people watch the games and find out more about you on Twitter and Instagram?
Live at the house Saturdays, January and February 2 and 4. Also, awcmatadors.com.
All right.
See
Thank
you
you
there.
so much. You are our favorite coach now. That's you are the best. You can come back anytime. You hear that, Scott? Get him anytime he wants to get on here. And with that, it's time for the legal read. What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, along with Anthony Arnales, Juan Garcia, and Dave Reek.
You can find out more about KOFA at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. Stay tuned for KOFA's Midday Music.
And on our next program, we're not going to be here. It's Martin Luther King Day, and there is a march going on. If you want to find out more, you could do it at the local NAACP office here in Yuma.
But if you miss us, you can listen to the podcast version of our program and check out past episodes anytime at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio.
All right. Thank you again. I appreciate you so much, brother. I hope you guys win the next 13 games, right? You said?
Absolutely. Appreciate that.
So I'm putting that out there. That's going to be, I'm going
blame you, Johnny.
to get credit for it. You guys win it. That's what's going to happen.
Take it.
Nice.
Thanks for listening to KOFA Yuma, whether it is on the radio at 94.7 FM or 1320 AM, or on your smartphone with the KOFA app, or on your computer at kawc.org. We are glad you have chosen us.
Yuma Council for CASA will present Shake, Rattle, and Roll, an Elvis tribute extravaganza starring Scott Bruce on March 13th at the Yuma Civic Center. The performance will focus on Elvis's early years and will benefit the local efforts of court-appointed special advocates. Tickets are available at yumashowtickets.com.
BBC News with